Well, basically, I was an incel. When I was growing up, I was the fat kid. I was like really, really fat. I was obese. And it took me all 2 years to come over it, like 10 years, moving from 50% body fat to 10% body fat. And now basically I'm a top 10. And getting used to it is weird because in the back of my mind, I'm still a loser. I'm still black-pilled.
Yeah.
And it's do this transmission, go to the next level, go to the next screen to understand that I'm an alpha. It's like, it's blow my mind every time. And I have a beta first, and I'm addicted to a lot of shit. And I'm going to therapy, going to internal family system, IFS.
So
this is like how I talk to
doing
Rich
the
about
work,
money.
man. I'm doing.
so question for you: Are you getting laid right
doing
now?
the work, man? How long does it take, man? Doing the work.
Okay, so
because I am doing the work and it never ends.
Okay, so let's deal with that. So right now you're not getting laid.
No, I'm not getting any old.
Okay, so how old were you when you lost your virginity?
Oh my God, 21.
Okay, and how old are you now?
32.
Okay, and when was the last time you got laid?
Man, that hurts. 6 months.
Okay, no big deal.
That's not too bad.
I mean, we've all had a 6-month dry spell. It's not a big deal. So what do you think is stopping you from being successful with women, you know, to getting out of this rock bottom that you're feeling?
I'm very insecure.
About what?
Man, approaching women, talk to them, handle the
He's the former
handle
fat
the
kid.
fails.
He still thinks of himself as the fat kid.
Yeah, and handling the failure every time, because you just it's hard to accept it. This feeling of failureness.
So,
yeah,
Ali Ron, let me tell you this, bro. I'm gonna tell you this right now. If you do not fix this problem of being scared to approach women, you're not gonna get laid. I'm telling you this right now. The 99% of problems that guys have with getting women comes down to not working volume. The only way you're gonna be able to work volume at a acceptable level where you can actually take numbers from it and get laid is by cold approaching and using online dating and using other methodologies to source. Your problem is you're not putting any leads in your funnel, which means if you don't have any leads in your funnel, you're not going to get sex. How many girls have you spoken to today?
Today, none.
Okay.
None, because you're risk averse about that. Dude, go back to my Mr. Nice Guy series. It'll get you started for Byron's advice.
That's your problem. Like, you got to understand this. Me, every single day, I'm talking to at least 10 to 20 girls easy, whether it's through online dating, girls that I'm approaching when I'm walking to the gym, whatever it may be. You have a volume problem. You understand? Like, we need to figure out what your problem is, and it is you 100% are not talking to enough women. If you don't talk to women, you're not going to get laid.
Where do you live, man?
I live in Israel.
Okay.
How long were you a fat guy for? How long were you a fat guy for? You were a fat guy formerly. How long were you a fat guy?
Until I was 20.
Okay, so from 20 to 30, obese, 10 years you were a fat guy.
I had mentis. I did gynecomastia. I had to remove it by surgery.
Yeah, so that's the point. For 10 years, you were an insecure fat guy. You've been thin now, I don't know how long, let's say a year. You're thinking you can rewire 10 years of thinking like that overnight. It doesn't happen. You literally have to understand that the way you used to think about things is wrong. Your feelings are bad, you should feel bad.
Let me ask some questions here.
Yeah.
So are you jerking off and looking at porn? I feel like you are.
Duh. Yeah.
Yeah. So you gotta stop.
I am, dude.
Because that stifles your natural.
Sedates you.
Yeah, that stifles your natural sexual hunger, and then that's gonna get in the way. You're gonna become complacent, like, oh, I won't talk to girls. Let me just jerk off and roll over and go to bed. And you can get caught in a cycle, because I used to do that, man. I used to go to fucking ampland.com, go to town, but it fucking messes with you. It messes with your ability to pull more girls in, and you have to keep that natural sexual hunger. And like Rich was saying too, like when you go to the gym and you exercise, it builds up your sexual desire, and like, you know, lets you know your hormones are working okay. And yeah, man, I could just see like you're a nervous wreck too. Do you work, or your mom and dad pay for everything? What do you do?
No, I actually got fired because of coronavirus. I'm a QA engineer. Also, now I'm trying to get to a automation developer. Basically high tech. Right now I'm employed,
man.
Hold on,
but
Aaron, listen. You gotta like focus. Like sometimes when we're talking, you talk over us. That shows me you have a little.
bro.
Let's fine, but your social acuity, like pay attention to us because we're all trying to help you. So, when was the last time you worked? You got fired how far ago? How long ago?
4 months ago.
So you haven't? Why haven't you gotten a job in 4 months? I mean, is it tough to get a job right now, or?
Okay. It's a senior position. Very tough. It's hard competition.
What does it pay when you're working, by the way?
I get second rate most of the time. It's like me or someone else, and they usually pick up someone else, so I'm still unemployed.
What is your profession pay when you're working? Like, what do you usually earn when you're working?
In shekels or dollars?
U.S. dollars, just to kind of,
US dollars. It's like
approximately
between 4,000 to 5,000, I guess.
A month.
Yeah.
Okay. So I mean, like, you earn pretty decent income when you're working. You're a little bit of a nervous wreck, as John pointed out. So you've got some approach anxiety for sure. Like if you go to the bank, for example, if you go to the teller, right? Okay. So if you go to the teller and you got a pretty girl behind the counter, what do you do normally?
I usually don't approach.
You don't say anything to her?
I'm deeply scared. Tell the truth, man.
Start there, because you're doing business anyway. Like, you're at the counter, you've put your card in the machine, she's serving you. Just find something to talk about that opens dialogue.
About anything, just anything.
Anything. Literally, the less important, the better. You're trying to desensitize yourself to this.
What are you up to this weekend? You doing anything fun this weekend? Just see if you can get cracked. Just start talking. Don't even go for a phone number. Just start talking to women.
Yeah, you can expand on that as well, by the way, because when you're out and about, you could go out and just make a point of speaking to, say, 5 or 10 people just on the course of the walk, and set the bar really low. Don't think I've got to be impressive. Don't think I've got to look cool in front of her. Just be like, hey, how's you having a nice day? It's nice weather today. You look really nice, or you don't even need to go that far. You could just try asking for directions. You've just got to get yourself used to talking to people and realizing that the world's not going to collapse in on you. And don't even try to pull them. Don't try to get a phone number. Don't try to do anything. Just like, see you later. Nice to speak to you. See you later. Walk off. Just get the ball rolling. Okay, that's what you need to do. It's like John said earlier. The seducer needs to seduce the world, right? So the way to start that is to start communicating with people as much as you possibly can. And then the anxiety will start to die down. But listen, man, I mean, you look pretty, from what I can see, you look pretty good. You've got a good, strong voice. You've clearly got some stuff going on for you. You've got a good, professional background and everything like that, man. So there's a lot of good stuff here. Like don't be like doing yourself down. Just you just need to get the ball rolling. You need to get the momentum going.
Have you gotten into anything physical lately? I mean, you go to a gym, you go to a dojo. Like, what do you do for self-care?
I work out at least 3 times a week. It used to be 5 times a week.
Okay. Well, you're in Israel. Do you know how to do Krav Maga?
A bit Krav Maga, a bit kickboxing.
Do you do it on a regular basis? Are you a member of a dojo?
Not now, just gyms, just workout routine, ABC.
So what are you doing? You're just sitting around all day thinking and feeling sorry for yourself?
No, I'm right now very, very hard working on looking for a new job.
Because it's
like
been 4
my
months,
work is find a new work.
Right.
And I go to 3 interviews a week, but it's a very tough competition.
Okay, so I don't know, but listen, I would just say put all your concentration into getting employed as soon as possible, because and don't go down. Are you going down like YouTube rabbit holes and like watching a bunch of like dark black pill content and shit like that?
I used to. I stopped this shit.
Yeah, that's not going to help. I mean, if you go looking for negative reinforcement, reminding you
easily find it.
If you're looking for negative, you found negative.
Yeah. Hey, let me ask you about this. I'm sorry. Your name is pronounced Eliran. Am I right?
Yes.
I don't want to mispronounce your name. Do you have like social circles? Do you have friends that you hang out with? Do you have like real time, like a tribe that you hang out with, like of guys? are you okay with like interacting with other guys as well? Like, are you like more introverted, or are you just like staying at home, like watching us and then on forums or whatever? Do you have any like real friends that you hang out with?
I have, but most of them are already married with children.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just not with them anymore. I'm actually very far away from most of my friends. I live in the center of Israel. Most of them live in the Sharon area.
Are you in a big city?
Yes, I'm very close to Tel Aviv. Yeah, very close to
so
Tel
I mean,
Aviv,
there's
not
lots
Tel
of
Aviv.
women there for sure then. So there's no shortage of opportunities. It's just you need to capitalize them. Here's what I'm going to recommend that you do so we can move on, because I got a bunch of other guys waiting there and I got a bunch of super chats. Okay. One, there's a book called Psycho-Cybernetics by Maxwell Maltz. Have you read it?
No.
Read it. Okay. It's in my Amazon bookstore, or
you have it on audiobook?
I don't know, probably.
Yeah, I'm sure it is.
Okay. But it's called Psycho-Cybernetics, and the author is Maxwell Maltz. So read that book. 1, 2, get your ass into combat sports, right? So you can feel a lot more confident about, situations when you approach them. There's just something that changes when you know that you can really F somebody up when you just kind of go about life. So get into that. Second thing, your third thing is just get yourself a job, and then final. As you're going about life, as you get your groceries, as you get a coffee, as you're at the bank at the teller, whenever you see a girl, chat her up beyond just the basic business conversation of, I'm here to deposit a check. Yes, sir. Da 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 da. Open up with something. Hey, the weather's great. What are you up to this weekend? Just something. Or what's in your coffee?
One more thing, Rich.
Whatever.
Dude, you gotta stop masturbating. That's 100%.
It's not masturbating too.
You gotta stop watching. You gotta stop masturbating. That is gonna kill your drive.
Go outside
and go. And the other thing too, bro. After you get off the stream, go and talk to 5 girls. Just do it.
Okay.
Do it.
All right, man. Thanks.
Okay.
See you
Thank
later.
you, guys.